Welcome back, lacrosse friends. There is the name of the tournament on the back of number 25, Jim Block. This is the Aleš Hřebeský Memorial in lovely Radotín, Prague, Czech Republic. The Green Gaels in green with the white trim, white and black trim going right to left. They are facing the Bundeswehr Lacrosse from Germany in the black with the red trim, and Bundeswehr will wind up with the first possession. Looked like Green Gaels had it, but Bundeswehr winds up with the ball. We are nearing the start, or we're nearing the end of round robin play. Then we move on to the other round, the play-in rounds. There's Stephen Borden getting up the floor for a shot. Don't see that a whole lot, but he is a solid player for this club. There's a shot from the outside by Akins. Tyler Akins gets the shot off. Neil Roberts, is he in net? No, I believe. We have Chris O'Reilly in net for the Green Gaels. Down to our right, and they will get on the board first. Sneaking that ball past Peter Brija. The rebound just ripped home. There is the veteran star, Gavin Prout. He's still got lots of juice left in the tank. That ball's going to make its way down to Chris O'Reilly. And one of the officials calling that ball went out of play. It went off the Green Gaels, so it will be Bundeswehr ball. They have many German national team players on this club. They don't quite connect on that pass. It gets away from Max Sandline. Henning Ratchen standing right on top of the ball. But the Green Gaels will get play blown in here. So we're a couple minutes into this game. I'm Stephen Stamp. Thanks for being with me from all around the world. There's a shot by Cody Jacobs, who on the way to the box said that he was playing defense this morning, but he's up for an offensive shift here. There's a shot on the run by Brandon Ben.
Now start match between teams Bundeswehr Lacrosse and Green Gaels. Score is 0-1 for Green Gaels.
Things getting a little feisty already between the Green Gaels and Bundeswehr. Cody Jacobs getting up into the face of Marius Volter. Bundeswehr won't back down. Jacobs taking his time getting to the box, which can cause a delay of game penalty because the clock is running. It's running time, 2 15-minute halves with stop time in the last 2 minutes of the second half. So Cody Jacobs gets 2 minutes unsportsmanlike conduct and a 10-minute misconduct. So that means someone has to come over. Todd Collins will come and serve one of the penalties for Jacobs. I would think the in-home would get the 2 minute, or is it a 1 minute? Yeah, it is 1 minute, sorry. I thought he'd called them doubled up. With the 15-minute halves and the short games, we do go 1 minute penalties for minors, 3 for majors, but the unsportsmanlike is still 10, which means you miss a lot of time, almost the rest of this half for Cody Jacobs. Great job to keep that ball from going over and back by Philip Broche. Tries to make the pass across, can't quite connect with Sandline. It is tracked down in the corner. Nice job coming up with it by Gustav Weber. The shot by Sandline from the outside as the shot clock was about to expire. Brad MacArthur gets good body position and allows Jim Block to pick that ball up. Shoots far side, great shot. What a finish. Brija was just frozen in his spot, thought he had the angle taken away, and Block is able to reach across and just tuck it home with the defender on him. That's just a great shot to find that far corner. We'll really see it, as always, on this behind the net angle. Can't even see from the camera view where that ball was coming out of his stick, which shows you how little space Block had to find the corner of the net. Great job. Pretty decent defense, actually, by David Beckman. He just couldn't stop the ball from going in. McFarland has it up top. Hands it off, but doesn't quite connect with Block. Nice pass ahead to get it to Philip Broche. It's definitely a challenging pass from deep in his own end. I believe that was Volter that made the pass. May have been David Beckman, actually. Those two really backbone players for this defense. And now I'm taking a look. I think it was Roland Wittman that made the pass. Just want to give credit where it's due because that was a terrific pass ahead to Broche. Nice catch as well. Green Gaels set up in the offensive zone. They've just got 6 left on the shot clock. So McFarland rips one, goes off the arm of Peter Brija, and down off his body, stays out. Brandon Ben down into the corner where Doug Trudeau will make the pass to the far side. That one gets away, and Simon Hopeful is going for a bit of a run. He gets it stripped on the trail check by Tyler Aikens. Nice job to get the ball back for the Gaels. The Gaels have some veteran players for sure. Not the youngest, most dynamic team, but they can play the game of lacrosse. That ball just kind of gets off the stick of Trudeau into Brija. He jumps out onto it. Brandon Ben takes a cross check to the chest. Henning Ratchen standing up for his goaltender and protecting his space. There's a turnover. The Gaels forcing with pressure, and it's flicked ahead. There's another one. Prout comes up with it. Nicely evades the check. Tim Wunderlich is back on defense, number 40 there on Ben. He is a big body. Such a terrific athlete. There's a penalty coming. A slash on Brandon McFarland. So power play for Bundeswehr. We are just about midway through this first of 2 15-minute halves. I'm Steven Stamp. This is AHM 2018. Hope everyone is enjoying the feed. Great production here. Love what these guys do. Such solid work. Great feed. Running the replays. Really enjoying what these guys are doing. So proud to be part of it. That pass is high for Prout. Tyler Aikens got a little too much air under it, and it drifts over the Bundeswehr bench. Artem Mariash running one door for Bundeswehr. He is a German national team member who's actually playing for the non-Olympic athletes from everywhere, or NOF, here at the Hřebeský. Prout takes quite a swat and another couple of swats from Gustav Weber. Prout backpedaling. They can kill the rest of the penalty and have 5 seconds left to go at the net. So Prout just holding the ball away, and he draws the penalty. A little over-aggressive by Henning Ratchen. Players always look surprised when they get called for penalties, and there's not much question. Look at this one. He's grabbing right there. He wraps on. Prout helps by throwing his arm up so that Ratchen is kind of hooked onto it, but that's just a smart veteran play. There's no dive. He just put himself in a position where Ratchen would have to drag him down. He did so, and we're 4-on-4. And now the Gaels go back to the power play because the penalty ended on the other side. Gaels pass it out to the top. Aikens shoots, scores, a little sidearm, finds one just inside the post. Power play marker makes it 3-0 for the Green Gaels. Jim Block to face off against David Beckman. Block pulls it back clean, but he went early, so Beckman and Bundeswehr get possession.
Assisted by number 9, Kevin Prout, player number 18.
And Nick Saltern is going to get sent off because he was poking away at Tim Wunderlich, swatting at him before play was blown in. It's a delay of game call. I think they're just trying to get control of the game early. And Nick Saltern just asking about the call, and Keith Gagne says, just go to the box. Philip Roche down low to Wunderlich, gets it back. Up top to Brandenburger. Over to Sandline. Oh, great finish. Nice movement. The final pass from Weber into the middle, and it is tapped home. It's just a great bit of passing, and the finish there by Max Sandline. Lever pass, and going back against the grain right away. We have a timeout called by Green Gaels. You get one per half, so they're going to use theirs here with 4:34 to go in the first half. It is 3-1 in favor of the Green Gaels. So we'll rejoin things at mid-floor for the face-off post-goal in the timeout. Block pulls it back. Mark DeBrone trying to come up with it. It's going to pop up out of play. Did go off of a Bundeswehr player, so Green Gaels will have possession. Block tosses it back, and Gavin Prout will set things up in the offense. Down into the corner. Kind of skips away. Just not able to be controlled by Connor Wilson. Connor Wilson, who takes a bit of a flailing swat at a German player. Connor, terrific color commentator, has joined me for a couple of games. Hopefully get him back in the booth for some more games through the course of the weekend. Put a lot of work in to help get things rolling with LaxAllStars distributing these webcasts, these streams. Hopefully they'll be widely viewed. Hopefully you are enjoying them. Certainly having a lot of fun here at what everyone refers to as the best lacrosse tournament on the planet. Brandon Benn tosses across to Tyler Akins. Penalty coming to Bundeswehr. I believe it's going to be a slash as the player chopped down on Akins making the pass. The goalie has gone to the bench. They haven't actually sent an extra attacker. They don't need it. As Brandon Benn just lets it rip. He is a deadly outside shooter and makes no mistake on that one. Just tearing it up to the inside corner. See the ball coming from the outside. Great view. Gotta love those cameras right behind the net. They're set at the perfect angle to catch all those shots. And another penalty coming. This time it's going to be Marius Volter. Tripping call as he just took the feet out from under Jim Block. You can see not much question as he just takes the foot out, bangs the right foot back against the left as Block is on full run. And that'll knock you down every time. Cody Jacobs still in the box serving his 10-minute misconduct. He'll have another minute or so before he gets released in the next stoppage. And there's a quick finish by Brandon Benn. Scored one from downtown. Now he scores one from right in the heart of the crease of the slot. They'll make it 5-1, and Volter will be released. Block and Beckman reconvene at center floor. The ball is down, the whistle is blown, and Block grabs the ball to himself, slips as he spins. I His helmet kind of grabbed a bit by Philippe Broche, but it was just a kind of a glancing. He was just kind of running by, but Block didn't like it much. He's going to slip back on defense. Broche has the ball. Nice lever pass through. Doesn't quite connect with Wunderlich. Maybe just a little bit too far, even for the rangy Wunderlich to reach. Stephen Borden moves it up. He's going to stay for an offensive shift. Good for him. He's a hard-working guy. Contributes a lot to this team. Any team he's on. Doug Trudeau. It's a bit too emphatic of a pick from Borden. And the ball will go the other way. Santline. Little slip pick. But Weber wasn't able to get open. Then he tries the roll. That doesn't connect either. The ball is loose and almost picked up. That would have been a break going the other way. Instead, it's a shot for our Bundeswehr. Great finish. Nice shot by Mark Brandenberger. Well, I'll tell you, Mark DeBrone was almost gone the other way. He just had the ball skip over a stick. You just see DeBrone going the other way, and Brandenberger gets a nice pick from Wunderlich. A back pick, just kind of puts his back onto. And Cody Jacobs has been tossed from this game. He's still talking to referee Keith Gagne. He's going to be gone from the tournament if he doesn't get going. Jacobs not happy, but I don't think anybody's particularly happy. We've reached halftime. Here in Golden Gaels and Bundeswehr is 5-2 for the Green Gaels. We will take a quick break. We'll be back with more from the AHM after halftime break. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. Apparently, the problem, we had a little sound issue, and it's because I had my phone in my pocket. I've taken it out. It's on the floor. Gavin Proud has the ball, and we are back underway here in the second half. It is 5-2. We'll be proceeding without Cody Jacobs, who has been tossed out of the game, and Gavin Proud with a beautiful finish on a lovely little feed there by Doug Trudeau. And yes, Stu Sturparn, I did say Golden Gaels, and yes, it was a mistake. I caught it right away. But it's nice to know that you're watching out west. It's early out there. What? It's like 2 or 3 in the morning. Block pulls another face-off back to him.
Goal scored by number 9, Kevin Proud, assisted by number 23,
But
Trudeau.
Bundeswehr comes up with the ball. They trail 6-2. We're a minute into the second half here at the AHM 2018. Brandenburger pedals down and then passes off to Volter, who stayed up for an offensive shift. That pass is a bit high for Wunderlich. Nice effort trying to track it down by Gustav Weber, but he can't get it. And here's a perfect chance. Oh, but Mark de Broon is stoned by Marco Horath, who's come in to net for the Bundeswehr. German side needs to get some goals. Don't have to rush, but they can't wait around for too long. Philipp Roche drives to the net, looks back. Great job taking away the angle by Jim Block. That pass was tipped, and it's going to be grabbed there by Todd Collins. Collins slows things down. He is going all out with the green theme. He's got the socks, he's got the head on his stick, all matching the Gaels green. Well, not quite matching. They're a little bit more Kelly. Oh, a nice shot on the run by Brandon Ben, his third of the game. He's got one from way up by the restraining line, one right down on the crease, and that one running across through the mid-slot area. You can see the Bundeswehr players talking over exactly how they could have dealt with that. I don't know, that's a pretty good shot. Oh, just picking that near post. As a goalie, you want to take that away. But I mean, I think Horath actually felt like he'd taken most of it away.
Green Gaels goal scored by number 18 by Brendan by
Green Gaels get the ball, but it's going to be turned over. But then it's going to be thrown back away by Bundeswehr. A little pressure there by Broche. Jim Block makes sure he's got the ball in his stick. Wasn't feeling quite right, settled in the pocket. He's got a cutter. Nice catch. And Trudeau had a lane to the net, but had to peel away. Great job by Marius Volter to get in his way. Sure, that was Henning Ratchen as Volter is up there now. And the 30 expires on the Green Gaels. Bundeswehr will take the ball. And Volter will hand it off to Roland Wittmann. Wittmann takes a whack from Aikens, is able to maintain his balance, throws the pass across the center line, and will head to the bench. Roche slips up into the offensive zone. He was down with the defenders, realized there was nobody to jump in as the fifth attack player. Not a super long bench. Here's a chance running the other way for Nick Saltern. Maybe one move too many. Great effort by Broche to hustle back on D and force Saltern to rush his opportunity and eventually shoot the ball up over the top of the net. Mark de Broon takes the pass back. It looked like he was going to go off, but he decided to stay to give Gavin Prout an outlet. Now Prout reaches down for the low pass from Aikens. There's Connor Wilson ripping and scores! The man, the myth, the legend, Connor Wilson. They are pretty pleased for one of my favorite color commentators, the publisher of Lacrosse All-Stars. And you can see the pleasure everyone has as he bounces that one through the legs. And Horath just looks down to see why exactly the ball got through. Had a little bit of a gap between the stick and the leg, and Wilson found it. Nice overhand rip. There's some nice work getting through the traffic by David Beckman, who's having himself a very good tournament. Impressed with that young player. I don't know how young he is. Could be a veteran player. Still, very impressed with him. Wunderlich.
Green Gaels goal scored by number 53.
Proud playing D, trying to corkscrew the ball out of there. He and Wunderlich really facing up against each other. There's Volter over to Brandenburger. Prout D's up on him, strips the ball. It's a great defensive shift by veteran player Gavin Prout. He's known for his offensive prowess, but he can play anywhere on the floor. There's Borden in the crease, penalty coming. I believe it's going to be a check from behind. Yep. It'll be Marius Volter going to the box. Boy, the wind is whipping around and it's changed directions. It was going left to right as you watch the game. It is now coming a bit right to left, but pretty much straight into the tower here. It's a little chilly up here, isn't it, guys? They can't hear me. They have their headsets on. Yes, they agree. It is chilly. And the Gaels will start. We are 6 minutes into the second half. Gaels on the power play with an 8-2 lead.
Number 86, Marius Walter, 1 minute.
Proud at the top. This shot for Aikens, and he just blasts it home. Connor Wilson setting a nice pick down low to open up some space for him. As you will see on the replay. There's Aikens heading to the bench after making it 9-2. Prout, little lever pass. Yeah, I may have been giving Connor Wilson a bit too much credit. He was just really standing there beside his defender. Timeout taken by Bundeswehr. It is 8-2. Game clock still running.
No timeout.
Welcome back, lacrosse friends. We are ready to roll. 6:35 into the second half. That means we have 8 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Jim Block and David Beckman will come out and gather once again at mid-floor for the face-off. Great job by Block to swat that ball ahead, then track it down. Hands it off to Trudeau, who immediately is picked up by Broche. And Trudeau's pass goes right off the face of Marius Volter and back to him. Just a strange little sequence. Volter in the crease picks it up. That's no problem as long as you're in there. Don't drag it back to yourself. Broche with the shot. Stop there by Chris O'Reilly, who hasn't faced a ton of shots. Great chance for Broche on that one. Prout down to Trudeau. He's picked up there by Wittmann. Pick and roll. That pass is nowhere near the target, and it's snagged by Henning Ratchen. He is swatted down to the ground by Gavin Prout. Prout not the biggest player, but he is tough for his size. Ratchen just clamped his arm down on Prout's hand, and Prout just left the hand under there, turned to the referee and pointed out. He was being held, but it wasn't much of a hold. Now Doug Trudeau's going to take one. I believe this will be unsportsmanlike or delay a game. Dead ball contact. Any number of things you could have called that. But Trudeau will go to the box and give Bundeswehr a chance to cut into the lead a little bit. Green Gaels up 8-2.
Green Gaels penalty for number 23, Doug Trudeau.
Wunderlich.
Dead ball contact.
Down to Brandenburger, throws it back across the top center line with the shot from the outside, bounces all the way down the floor. And Jim Block has tracked it down. There won't be an over and back because the Green Gaels went and got it. They played advantage. Bundeswehr did have to hustle back, but now they've got at least three forwards out there. Although Wunderlich and Sundarp, actually Sundarp is more of a defender. He got out. Brandenburger almost picked that pass off, but it does get through. And Brandon McFarland will lob it over to Mark DeBrone. Long outside shot from DeBrone late in the shot clock just to get a reset, but the ball does wind up in a Bundeswehr stick. Bundeswehr moving up the floor. Broche bounces one the center line can't handle. And it's Wallace Thompson getting the ball. Switches hands a couple of times as he runs up the floor. We got 6 minutes left here. Bundeswehr with that 1-goal loss to Turku Titans. A great game yesterday. So the Gaels, having beaten Turku 5-3, look like they're en route to winning this game, which means they'll go straight, they'll give them the group win Nick Saltern's going to take his time as he is 1-on-4. He very calmly makes a little fake. And he's knocked down, gets the ball stripped. Excellent work by Beckman. Boy, Beckman has been one of the better defenders I've seen in this tournament. And that's a smart play to throw it just before. No, it's not. He was just over center. I was going to say smart play to make that pass back just before he got over center, but it turns out he was just across the line. And the ball will go back the other way. Bundeswehr with a chance. Marius Volter lobs it to the man off the bench. Gustav Weber hands it off and goes to set a pick. Wunderlich with a rip from the outside. That's blocked by Prout. Wrap check by MacArthur. They try to go to the back door. Ball did get on the net, but O'Reilly was alert to make that stop. Prout with a long outlet pass, trying to hit Brandon McFarland coming off the bench. It's not going to work. And Brandenburger will take possession. So Green Gaels will go straight to the quarterfinals. And Bundeswehr, despite playing an excellent game yesterday, they will lose their 2 games in this group, most likely. And that means they're eliminated from contention for the championship. And we'll go into the relegation rounds. Todd Collins tracks that ball down. Collins knocks his man down, goes after the ball, almost gets it. Wittmann tries to get there, and Collins does track the ball down. Possession Green Gaels, and a fresh 30 for them. We're into the final 3.5 minutes. It's 9-2 Green Gaels. I'm Steven Stamp, and this is AHM 2018. That's the hashtag to use to join us on social media. We'd be happy to hear from you. Got another game coming up right after this, another gold group game, the Alberta Warriors and Vienna Monarchs. Vienna, I know, will have some reinforcements after Captain Adrian Balash had some mechanical troubles with his car yesterday. Wasn't able to get here, had some players with him and the uniforms, so they have to play in borrowed jerseys without a bunch of players. Only had 7 runners able to play. Stephen Borden going for the dunk attempt, kind of a dunk step attempt. Prout getting into it. And now Dalton Lundy is going after Mark Brandenburger. Lundy dropped his stick. He's got his gloves just barely dangling from his hands. The Gaels gate opens. Gavin Prout is saying he got a cross check on the hip, which is not cool. So, slash for Prout as he responded to the check from Brandenburger that he feels was on his hip. And Lundy coming to the aid of his teammate, gets one for dead ball contact. So it'll be 5-on-3 for Bundeswehr. Coming up right after this game, there'll be a brief break, and then Alberta Warriors and Vienna Monarchs. Oh, I was mentioning, yeah, Adrian Balash should be here, along with several more players, and the jerseys for the Vienna Monarchs. So there's a gross misconduct call to the bench of the Green Gaels. Gross misconduct. Bench.
Green Gaels penalty, player number 9, Kevin Prout, 1 minute pushing, player number 43, Dalton Lundy.
Brad MacArthur throws the outlet pass, it doesn't connect. Brandenburger comes up with it. Bouncing ball is picked up by Lucas Sundarp. Oh, that ball's picked off. Great job by DeBrone. Sees a spot he wants to go, starts to sprint. Great job by Volter to get back and take away the angle. Brandenburger tries to check him. DeBrone's going for a bit of a run. Just 3 Green Gaels out there. Brad MacArthur has the ball. He'll take the check from Brandenburger. Going for a trot. Sees a lane down below. Volter on him. Double team. MacArthur's just going to tuck it along the boards. Ball pops out. He scoops it back up. Kind of may have touched it with the hand there. Everybody's falling down. MacArthur hops up, hits to the bench. It's a good solid shift for the veteran. Everyone's released. We're back to 5-on-5 lacrosse. Prout and Lundy go and play defense. We've got 1 minute to go here. It's still 9-2 for the Green Gaels. Wunderlich down to Broche. He's got Lundy on him. Shovel pass way up top. That's a long shovel pass and a goal. Nice assist by Broche. And Zentline, Max Zentline, just says, wow, that's he just kind of puts his hands up. He can't believe he put that ball in. You can see how long that pass was. And I do not blame our main follow camera for not being able to get that one. That was a long, long pass. And it just goes through the legs of Chris O'Reilly. He can't believe it. It's quite a shot going 5-hole from way downtown. 9-3. 46 seconds to go. Block, pulls it back, swats it, still getting after, laying the body on the line. Boy, these Green Gaels have to be considered contenders for this title as well. I think everyone's on board the Gold Star Tel Aviv train right now after the performances they've put in. But the Green Gaels showing their veteran savvy and talent is also a great weapon along with the speed of Tel Aviv. De Bruyne from outside, that one's stopped by the goaltender Marco Horath. He pounces on the rebound. 15 seconds to go. They got to get the ball up the floor if they want a chance for a last goal. Doug Trudeau just kind of grabbed onto the jersey there of Henning Ratchen. Gaels get the ball. 2 seconds to go. Doug Trudeau is not going to take a shot. The clock will expire. The final score, 9-3 in favor of Green Gaels. They win the group in advance. Bundeswehr is relegated to relegation play. I'm Stephen Stamp. Thanks so much for being with us. We will talk to you soon. Another game coming up in about 15 minutes.
Skončilo utkání mezi týmy Bundeswehr Lacrosse a Green Gaels. Stav utkání 3-9 pro Green Gaels. The match between teams Bundeswehr Lacrosse and Green Gaels. Score is 3-9 for Green Gaels.